Welcome. Welcome, Aries. Welcome to Kiki's Doorway. Let's see what you and your soulmate want to. I feel the need to say have as an open slate. Open slate. Why is that? Open slate. Okay. God, Gaia, God, Goddess. Okay. Slate. What actions will Mr. and Miss Aries soulmate will be taking? Okay. Let's see why. Masculine and feminine Aries. Clean slate. Now makes sense now. Okay. Masculine. Aries, you and your soulmate have met in the past lives as the sailors. You were the ones to anchor the ships. First of all, you gave it action. So you knew exactly what course of action you wanted to take. And you were the anchor to make sure that the comrades, people that operated the ship with you, was on one accord. That would explain why the clean slate has to be set. It's like seeing the crew members, right? For the first time, really recognizing how each one has their own traits and abilities, yet they all, as a group, is the perfect crew. So now, masculine Aries, you're seeing how each individual around you can be used in any direction you want to take your life, whether it be if you're in a new direction in business. You are looking at your employees, comrades around you that have the skills that you know will actually work cohesively well with another employee to make the job get done. Well, why am I feeling that way? Okay, let's see. Okay. Female Aries, you and your soulmate, just like the masculine counterpart of yourself, masculine Aries. Female Aries, you and your soulmate have met in a past life as trust and faith. You were the angels that exude trust. You knew, like your masculine, you are the anchor, female Aries. You're the anchor. And as an anchor, that means that you know that once you put this anchor down, it cannot be moved. You know, once you protect someone, people cannot sway you. Once you have in your eagle's eye, in your bird's eye, a direction, a course you want to take, you are trusting in that course of action. So, if that means having a clean slate to see, or not wiping the slate clean, but it's like once the fog clears from any discourse or dissatisfaction or doubts or uncertainty, once that clears, the smoke had to be there in the first place. You're about fire. So your passions had to be sparked all over the place to see how you can use your passions in a more piercing, penetrating way, in a way where once you set your action in motion, you know that you can trust and have faith that is all of you in accord. Your identity agrees with the direction you want to take, course and action. Your second house is about Taurus, your self-worth, your value. And to have an identity, you would have to have a value in who you are. So knowing that about yourself will move you in how you're going to communicate, which is in your third house, your spirit. Your heart, who you are, what makes you beat the drum of your own passion. What makes, when people give you a phrase, Miss Aries? What makes you want to go and jump to it? When someone tells you Miss Aries, you know what? I don't believe you can do that. I don't even think you are a woman of action. They say that you are Miss Aries. You know how to give direction. You are the leader. You are the star and even the sun in the fifth house of Leo. They say you got willpower, but I don't know about that. Well, you, Miss Aries, just like your masculine counterpart, are going to make a clean slate on how you, first of all, look at your surroundings. Looking at your surroundings and seeing that you are the light that shines for others. You are also the light that shines for yourself. Notice how this angel is dark. You can't see the face. You don't know if it's a man or woman. All you need to know is that the light shines on you, Miss Aries. You and your soulmate. Now, talking about the present. In the present, masculine Aries, you going to see how ships services, how your services is translated around through your employees. If you work for others, you're seeing how you take sale or how you move in your job also gives others a tempo to move as well. You are the first sign. It's like the first hour of the day. You're the one to start off the first day. You are the one to start off the movement. So if you didn't realize this yet, masculine Aries, people in a way subconsciously and maybe consciously move to the beat to your drum. So now that you know or innately feel this, Aries, use this to your advantage. Like the letter A, advantage, but in the right way that works for you. You're now looking at people around you to say, okay, if people are moving the way I move, I need to see how they naturally move. I need to see their natural abilities. I need to see how they naturally move. So if that means moving in a way that allows you to see how others operate, that would be your benefit. Because it shows a leader and a management skills, yes, but it also shows a customer service and again, going back to authority figure. Authority figure is all about looking at their employees, looking at their surroundings and having their surroundings work for them, not always working for their surrounding all the time. And this is the perfect time you might be practicing this or utilizing that. Let's see, what actions? The 12th house. So, whenever you get a chance, masculine Aries, I'm going to be doing Pisces next, and it's funny, I was going to do Pisces before your sign, but something told me Aries need to be done. Now I see why. This is to help the Pisces out when they have to see your reading too. Because they're going to have trust and faith in the direction that they're going to be taking sail. It's funny how each sign helps another, right? Right, Aries? So, you're in the 12th house of Pisces. You are, again, your identity is here. Just like I explained to your feminine energy, female Aries, your feminine attributes, masculine energy. You are becoming the 12th house. So yes, you're taking your identity, which is your first house. Your ego, which is the first house. The ego is how we know our identity. This is how we know we are a person. This is how we know we are an individual. This is how we even know we are a self. And you're going into the second house of Taurus. You're combining your self-worth and your core values together. And you're seeing how this has always been in your life for 12 years of your life, actually. If you felt that you've been on a journey, yes, you've been taking an Odyssey. You've been doing a Monte Cristo. You've been doing a Dante Inferno. Okay? And just like all the references I just mentioned, those 3 books and movies I just mentioned, each character not only stepped into who they were destined to be, But they realized that they had to go through life the way they did, masculine Aries, to become that authority figure, to become that leader, to become that politician, to become that hero, to become that business manager, to become the new wave, or to clean the slate to say, we have all things here, but now we can bring it out with new eyes. We don't have to change the government. We don't have to change occupation. Yet, how we feel about it and the way we utilize it and work it, yes, that can be upgraded though. So, no one has to worry about losing their occupation, losing their job. But now it gives us a reason to explore what we always wanted to make of these occupations that is already existing in our world today. We have pencils, but did we always have pencils? No, we had pens. Did we always have pens? No, we had feathers that we made as a writing tool. This is what you're realizing, masculine Aries, that everything connects, yet it evolves based on the circumstances or based on the environment in which it's held. And for that, you will always be sought after, masculine Aries, you and your soulmate. So you're looking at things in a positive perspective, in a different perspective. That different perspective doesn't always have to be positive. It can start off as negative. We need a negative to understand how to create a positive, do we not? So a temporary standstill is needed for any hero, any authority, any king. They need to first strategize, which is all about the feminine principle, and then set action, which is all about the masculine principle. You're merging those two, and that makes a legacy and a dynasty. It's important to be yourself at all times. Important to be yourself, masculine Aries, because you are always present. Yes, we have the one, right? Your identity. And just like the 12th house, you're becoming the clock. You're becoming the compass. You're becoming the navigation for others to emulate or see as example, to figure out how to make their own path too. Female Aries. Once your masculine counterpart and their soulmate understands that they're awakening others and they're awakening to themselves. Awakening is like awaken. I'm already woken. But what makes me go, oh, wow, I feel awoken now? It's like when we wake up, we're waking up. But when you feel like you woken up, like, whoo, you feel like a surge of energy just rushing over you. It makes you realize like a difference between waking up and woke. I'm awoke. You awake. And from that, female Aries, you are becoming and stepping into your queendom like you were always meant to be. But it took you to have trust and faith. In those 12 years, like your masculine counterpart, just like you had to go through 12 years, 12 months, 12 days to see that who you are naturally, the abilities that you possess, your skills. You could go and learn a skill, but no one can do it the way you can, Miss Aries. Yes, you learned how to speak. No one can speak the way you can, Miss Aries. And for that, you're realizing that who you are independently is just the thing, just the ticket to create a brand new slate, or to see that whatever you were experiencing, now you see, okay, now I know how to wipe or clear the smoke and see how I can use my passion in a more discreet manner, in a more objective manner, because my objection requires me to have listened and seen what was around me and to say, okay, I object to that. Yes, I understand that this is going on, yet I've heard and seen the opposite. Now you know how to take action. Now you know why you were born under the sign of Aries. And for that, you're bringing out your wit. Miss Aries, you always had a wicked sense of humor. Now you're seeing how that sense of humor can be translated for others to give more gratitude to you and to see you more as that queen, as the queen that you are meant to be and you're going to be. So you're going to be clearing out things that no longer serve you, like the canvas, like that clean slate I was feeling, and I wasn't sure why. Now we see why. You see the humor in this, like you know I'm a fire sign, like Ed Sheeran. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire. They see fire. And like any fire, fire is scary, yes. When people don't know what it's for. When you express why you are bringing out your fire and how you communicate, people will feel very connected to you and see you as very realistic. They won't see you as a health hazard. No, no, no. Like a fire. When you burn the soil, when you have a forest fire can look deadly, yet it's clearing the path for the trees to grow stronger. It's clearing the path for the grass to become more greener, more fertile. Whatever it was, it might have looked like it was healthy. It might have looked like it had the energy to keep growing. It might have looked like it had a direction in which it was going to bloom, but Mother Gaia knew better. The environment knew better. Even the trees itself knew better. And it was hoping for something to spark a fire, to burn them so they can spring anew. Like the masculine, spring anew, awake anew. So when we was hearing about that California fire, watch how the land looks after that fire goes. Yes, it's going to be burned. It's going to look a certain way. But look at the soil. It's going to be so rich in crops. And it's going to show the land, or whoever owns the land, but whoever operates the land, why that fire had to be set. What if the grounding was not right? What if it needed a real solid restructuring? Like was felt earlier, just because things appear to look solid doesn't mean it is. And Miss Aries, you're all about action. You're all about authority figure. You are the authority figure. So now you and your soulmate are seeing the humor in your situation. So until we meet again, masculine, feminine, Aries, know that you and your soulmate are not only learning and already know that you're authority figure, that yes, you're all about action, but now you're awakening to the reason why you have always taken action. Why have you always been driven? Why people always follow you but act like they don't follow you? You are the shepherd. People around you are the sheep. Does not mean the sheep should be disrespected. The sheep is the masses, and just like the masses, they have to go to a shepherd to direct them. And it takes a strong, witty, smart, humorous, light, dark, solid, fluid leader to guide them, or else they won't follow even a shepherd. So whenever you get a chance, look in the description box below. I always leave a paragraph, a compass, a template for something for us to think about for the couple of days ahead. I love you, masculine and feminine Aries. We will see you on the other side.